Welcome to Rather Be Rotting, where two sisters who should really be doing something more productive dissect all things reality, TV, and pop culture chaos because no matter what's going on in life, we would always rather be rotting.
What up?
Hi, Lil.
How was your week?
It was good. Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh, okay.
How was your week?
Same. It's every week is the same.
There's consistency there.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that the TV times are good. We have a lot of to keep us busy.
Trying to remember like what happened in the news this week.
Well, I will say that I watched Sabrina's Coachella performance and I thought it was killer.
It was, but the bigger buzz is Justin Bieber's performance.
Yes, because while Sabrina gave us everything in the kitchen sink, she gave us set designs, costume changes. She played everything we could have wanted to hear. She sounded amazing. Justin Bieber sang along to himself.
Justin gave us YouTube videos.
He gave us YouTube karaoke. So fans will say that we're haters who don't understand, and that it was like him singing with his younger self, and that this was a way for him to play his old music, even though he doesn't own his catalog anymore.
Is he complaining that he doesn't own his catalog now? Is that where we are with him?
No, I don't think he's complaining. I just think that this was a way for him or this is what some people are theorizing, is that this was a way for him to play his old music without having to like give the credit and the money to someone else. But he did sell his catalog at a time when he was like in financial despair, allegedly, because
I don't recall that.
he had to cancel his whole tour.
When was this?
This was a couple of years ago. He had Bell's palsy.
Why is this not like
Clocking to you?
it's not clocking to me at all?
He had Bell's palsy, so like half his face was like numb.
What was I
And so he had
doing
to,
when this occurred? Was I preoccupied?
probably this was probably when you first met your husband, and we all know how you get when a new boy enters your
That was
life.
6 years ago. You're telling me this is 6 years ago?
Yeah, it could have been, or 2022 maybe.
Well, maybe I was planning my wedding.
Yeah, so you had other things going on, so that's why it
Poor
didn't
J
clock you.
Beebs.
Huh?
Poor J Beebs.
Do you look at him in a whole new light? He literally had to sell his music catalog to get out of his hole that he was in.
Where did his money go?
Well, when you cancel a tour, I think that's a lot of money that you have to pay back, but I'm not
All the
sure.
money that he had made up to that point? There's no way.
No, I don't know. I don't know I don't know his whole financial. I'm just saying what the headline said. But this is a kind of another note, but Meghan Trainor canceled her tour. Did you see that?
Yeah, why'd she do that?
So I suspect it's because, I mean, again, fans will say, and this is what she said, that it's because she had her third baby and she's busy with a family of three, blah, blah, blah. I suspect not enough people want to see Meghan Trainor in concert.
Well, you know, probably, but some people push through anyway, like Jennifer Lopez,
No,
and
she canceled
perform.
her tour too.
Well, she canceled it partway through. She tried.
No, she did hers in Vegas.
I remember seeing TikTok videos of Jennifer Lopez performing to empty arenas.
Woof.
Yeah. Like
She's
people only in the GA, not in the seats at all.
that's embarrassing.
So Meghan Trainor could have done that. You could also downsize your venues, right? I
Yes,
don't
she
know.
could. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because she's not selling out, or because, or like Hillary Duff literally did the opposite. Hillary Duff started really small with like four shows total in really small clubs, and then she went to Vegas with really, no, maybe that was Ashley Simpson. But I think that's the way you do it to like gauge interest.
Well, also, everybody wants to see Hillary Duff, apparently.
I mean, do you?
No.
I kind of almost do. She's just so beautiful. She's just so beautiful. And I finally figured out who she goes to for her face.
Oh, ho.
Um, I forget the name of the place, but it's in my city.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Probably doesn't live far.
I know exactly where she lives.
Oh.
So I could tell you off mic.
I
But
would love that.
it's not close. It's in the hills though. So that's the thing. It's like when you're in the hills, it's like you can either drive down to Hollywood or you can drive down to Studio City. So I mean, it makes sense.
Well, if you recall, was it 3 years ago at this point now? I was at our Ralph's on Super Bowl Sunday, and Tim Allen was exiting. So I assume he also lives in those hills.
I do too. Yes, that's a safe assumption. I could probably find out for you.
I mean, they have to come down. It's like the closest stores.
Yeah, totally.
There's nothing in the hills, and you're not going to go over the hill because traffic.
Well, you don't want to go into Hollywood. I mean, some people do, but
There's more parking in the stew.
totally, it's just easier. So, and yeah, I mean, Hillary Duff is seen in the stew a lot. One of my friends saw her at the Trader Joe in the Trader Joe's parking lot. So,
Wow.
I imagine I'll see her someday.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't. We did see Ashley
Yeah.
Tisdale. She lived in my old neighborhood.
I think if John Cryer lived in your old neighborhood too.
Yeah, so did Patton Oswalt lives over there.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. I saw him at the CVS.
Me too. Wait, were we together?
Yeah, probably.
He's like, I definitely saw him at a CVS.
Was he picking up his prescription?
He was picking up his wife's prescription.
Yeah, we were together.
Okay.
Good times. Anyway, one more note, circling back to Coachella. Did you see that this weekend set Sabrina brought out Madonna?
Yeah.
That is a big flex.
Yeah. I mean, well, is Madonna still a big flex?
I think so. I mean, she was literally just in Italy, like filming the studio,
Okay.
which I think is super cool. So she was filming the studio with Julia Garner, who was supposed to play her in a Madonna biopic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a very meta situation if that real life scenario works its way into the studio.
Interesting.
Did
Interesting.
you even watch the studio?
No, I stopped, as I told you.
I forgot. Man, okay, well, sorry for that unnecessary tangent then.
I still am hip to things.
I just think that's cool that they would do that, you know?
Definitely.
So, anyway, anything else big, important, exciting?
I can't remember. I look to you for this stuff.
I gave you all I had. I've just been on a Sabrina Carpenter kick, like listening to her albums like again because it's like all fresh in my mind.
If you had a TikTok algorithm, it would be Sabrina Carpenter.
Right now, yeah, that's like the phase I'm in. Because I really wanted to go to her concerts both times and I just couldn't afford it. So this was like the closest I could get. And it
Yeah.
was just so fucking good, like start to finish.
T to B.
T to B. Anyway, where should we? Oh, I just remembered something. This is not breaking, but this is news from the Bravo sphere. We have another Bravo Leb caught and cuffed. A new Bravo Leb mugshot.
Yes.
So I don't understand. So we're talking about Lisa Hochstein, Real Housewife of Miami,
Not a Bravo cam in sight,
because now Miami is put on pause.
upsettingly.
Do you think that they're like kicking themselves?
I sure hope that they are.
So, do you understand the charges? Because when it comes to intercepting communications and wiretapping, that's above me.
I think, from what I've heard, it means they bugged his car.
Why?
Maybe to get information to help her case in the divorce.
She's trying to get money from him?
Probably. I mean, the divorce is settled, so obviously this is like old, but like it is very much illegal to do that. So
So how did they like why is this coming to light now? Did Lenny find a something in his car?
I really don't know. Like maybe these things take time. I don't know.
As far as Bravo arrest goes, this one's pretty boring to me, I have to say.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting one that ever happened,
It's
but
no Luann de Lesseps telling a cop she's gonna kill him.
oh my God, no. Nor Karen Huger saying she was Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
Those are once in a lifetime.
I hate to say that they are.
So prayers up for Lisa Hochstein. We'll never know what happened because Bravo put the show on pause right before her arrest.
I wonder if this is their way of like, look,
You
We're,
think that this is somehow Lisa's plot to get back on TV?
part of me chooses to feel that way. I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe it'll actually work. Maybe it's just all like really luck. It's luck.
Once again, time and truth.
Tell us all. Shout out to Justin Bobby.
Where would you like to begin?
We have to start with Rhode Island.
I am. Oh, do you want to
Seated
start
and
with
sat.
do you want to start with the doll collection?
Yes. So Alicia, a mother, a woman of at least, she's at least in her 40s, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So we find out that Alicia has Bratz dolls in her living room,
But they're not, I don't think they're actual Bratz dolls. I feel like they're like knockoff Bratz dolls. They don't look like real Bratz dolls.
which makes it worse.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
So she claims that they were in her living room because she was doing construction, right?
Mm-hmm.
These Bratz dolls typically live somewhere else,
They probably have their own room.
and that her daughter can only play with them sometimes, lightly. So,
Gently.
so she keeps these knockoff Bratz dolls because she says each one is like a work of art. Like they each have their own individual eyeliner. They all have lipstick with a little bit of shimmer. And then did you happen to notice that she also had American Girl dolls that were blurred out?
I didn't see them. Why would they blur those out?
I don't know, but like she had the knockoff Bratz dolls on one side, and then on another side she had a shit ton of American Girl dolls that were blurred.
Huh.
So I didn't. That's weird to me, but so what do you think about her having toys? I feel like in another universe this could have been you.
I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I'll see a doll and I will think as well, like, that's a beautiful doll. Like I loved dolls for far too long. And then just
And
graduated from playing with physical dolls to playing The Sims, which to me is one and the same. But
you are so right. Sims is Barbies for grown-ups or
yeah,
teens or
yeah,
whatever.
it is. But the type of doll that makes me go, wow, that's a beautiful doll is like a limited edition Barbie or like Barbie X this fashion designer. Like the dolls that she had, or like, they have the porcelain dolls that people collect that are like
I think
actual,
I had some of those.
like Madame
Remember on that
Alexander
shelf
dolls.
above my bed?
Yeah, I know our aunt had a bunch. We should ask mom about that. What happened to those dolls?
I'm pretty sure I had a couple of those creepy ass dolls.
They're terrifying.
And
But
I always thought maybe they would fall on me in an earthquake because they were on the shelf right above my bed.
it's very possible that that could have happened.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, those are the dolls I think of when I think of like actual works of art. The dolls that she has, like, let your kid play with those. Those cost you $15 max.
Oh yeah, those are like Big Lots dolls.
So that's my own, like, it's a knockoff Bratz doll. That's my only beef with this is like collect your dolls, but make them be like worth actual money.
Yeah. But even so, I just think collecting dolls is just creepy. It's just creepy.
I kind of feel like collecting anything at that level is weird,
Yeah,
personally.
like if you have a whole room of something, like it's too much.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you have to be careful. And like I know personally, I've said before that I like giraffes, and like it got to a point where I kind of regretted saying it because it's like I have giraffe everything, and like that's not who I am as a person.
people just hang on to it, and that's what they get you when they
An
can't.
easy gift, and I'm grateful for all the mugs and the stuffed animals and the shirts. Like don't get me wrong, but I didn't. I got to a point where I had to be done. I had to call it.
Yeah, I do
So.
understand that.
And I feel like you like Disney, right? Like you like Disney stuff, but I feel like you're very tasteful. Like you have that like beautiful Alice in Wonderland painting on your stairway.
Thank you. That
Like
is a cool picture.
it's so cool and it's just like neat and it's like it's one thing there and it shows that you like Disney, but like in a cool way.
I'm particular about the type of things like I love Disney. I've seen like vintage prints of like Disneyland advertisements or Disneyland posters from the 50s, that kind of stuff I would hang in my house if I ever found like the right one. But I'm not just like putting Lilo and Stitches everywhere. Like I don't want any stuffed animals. Like that's not, it has
Well,
to be like cool and unique.
you're about to get into stuffed animal territory with your child.
Listen,
So,
he can have whatever he wants. I'm not collecting. There's a big difference.
yeah. Well, he can't have whatever he wants because that makes a spoiled child.
The point is, The doll collection was weird, even weirder that it's like not cool
Not
or
quality.
quality dolls, yeah.
Um, you know what's funny is I have this like Maroon 5 tour poster framed on my wall.
Which is cool.
It's very cool. Again, it's like art, it's like a picture. It's not like a picture of them. And it's from
Yeah,
2003. It's from literally 20 years ago.
when they
But
were cool.
it's funny to think about now, like someone who didn't know me in 2003 coming into my house and like noticing that and thinking like, sugar, you know? Like that's not the Maroon 5 that that poster symbolizes. Like
No,
that
not
poster.
even a little bit.
So it's just funny how like these things you carry them with you and it's like because I still love that poster, but like it's just funny that now Maroon 5 sucks.
It's unfortunate, but still a cool poster, worth
Very
keeping,
cool.
obviously.
Very cool. I love it. Anyway, elsewhere in the Rhode Island universe, we meet Kelsey's side piece, Bill. We can't
Bill,
meet her real boyfriend, but we can meet her side piece.
people have figured out who her real boyfriend is, and I haven't cared enough to do any research into
Yeah.
him
Oh,
yet.
I'm sure that that was like they did that very quickly.
Yeah.
But I wonder how that man feels about her putting Bill on TV. I guess he doesn't really give a shit. Like this man doesn't seem to give a shit at all. Like what does this girl do for him to warrant getting taken care of like fully?
Well, he probably has that house anyway
And
and
she
has
just
enough
like looks
money.
after it.
He's like, whatever, yeah, you can stay there.
But like why her? Like why didn't he pick like me to do that?
First of all, you don't live in Rhode Island.
Just saying like he could have picked literally any girl to live in that mansion and but he also has to fund her lifestyle because she won't work.
Well, he probably has enough money and does so he doesn't care. And also, most girls aren't cool with the arrangement that they have.
I guarantee you there's a million girls who wouldn't you be cool with that arrangement?
No.
If I met a man who said to me, I want you to be my girlfriend half the year, and the other half of the year I'm going to be with another girl, but you will 365 days a year get to live in a giant mansion. You can get whatever like medical treatments you want. You can go wherever you want. I'll give you all the money you could ever want, trips. Fuck yeah. I mean, oh my God. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. I don't care who you fuck half the year. Just like be safe.
That's your prerogative.
That's like the simplest trade-off of all times.
Again, that's your prerogative.
You would rather have a man full time and be
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a man half the time and be rich and never have to work again. Oh, also not to mention you can have your own other man.
But like I would be, I guess it depends on how old I am because I would have been in the same position she's in where she's like, I want to get married and have kids, and he doesn't want
That's
to do
true.
that.
That's true.
So,
So she's got a choice to make.
hmm
She's gonna have to give up all her things to have kids. So she's gonna have kids and she's gonna have no money. She's gonna hate her life.
yeah.
Like if she gives up all this to have kids with Bill, who clearly doesn't have as much money as this other man, like she is going to be in hell.
Yeah. hmm
Like
But,
Ashley.
you know, she really needs to hold out till she finds a guy that can give her both.
Do you think she can? Rhode Island's not that big.
Maybe she needs to move. I don't know. So then also, they have a party, Studio 54.
Yes, we have a second Studio 54 party.
Also, what do you think? Okay, because like this kind of goes down at the party. What do you think of Rula and her husband? Like everybody's saying like you're cheating on her, and he's just kind of sitting there.
That was crazy. Like that is the kind of first season shit that like we would have seen in Orange County.
Yeah.
Like all these women are so much more aware, but they're still like, why did this woman go on the show when her man is actively having an affair at this time?
And he's not even denying it on camera.
He could not deny. What did he say? He said, when he was confronted about it on camera, he said, well, we all have things we do.
Mm.
That's what he said.
That shit is
I
crazy.
mean, and we had to know. I mean, because Joe Ellen was like, she's like, I swear on my kids, he's still having an affair. I swear on my kids. Like, I believed her.
I'm sure he didn't deny it.
Rula is living in a world of her own that is separate from everyone around her, including her husband. Her and her husband are on different planes. They're in different parallel universes right now.
Yep.
Because he basically admits that he's having an affair, and what she hears is, "You're lying. Tell them the truth. You're not having an affair."
That was like so crazy to me.
But I loved it.
Oh yeah. And then also Liz, aka Dolores' twin.
Wait, can we just make a prediction? I don't think that Rula and her husband will be together by season 2.
No, of course not. But because what was also crazy is like she's like, we don't get divorced in my culture. And the producer, God bless them, was like, haven't you been divorced? And she's like, I will be talking about that.
She literally
It was
has,
crazy.
in her mind, she's made up an entirely different life for herself in her mind.
Absolutely.
God bless her. We all do what we have to do to cope.
We do.
So back to Liz.
So yeah, Dolores 2.0 is the one throwing the potty. And
Yeah, can we compare this to Rachel Zoe's Studio 54 party? Which party did you think was better?
this one,
Hmm.
hands down.
It looked a lot more fun. It looked a lot more people. The outfits were
Mhm.
better, except for,
Mhm.
yeah, I do. I think overall the outfits were better. I loved Alicia's outfit with the fringe.
Mhm.
Poor Rosie, God bless her.
They looked great though, in all, you know.
Poor Rosie, it was like, so I hate my outfit. It's not what I wanted to wear, and
Wait,
it's
let me
not
get it.
flattering.
I need to remind myself. Hold on.
So it was like a pink crop top fuzzy thing with these tight pants. She had a different dress that she was originally going to wear, but she was too bloated to fit into it. So she walks into the party and she's like hunched and she's like covering herself with her arms. She's like clearly uncomfortable. And I mean, what can you do? When you're on a TV show, you just
Oh
have to go
yeah.
to the confessional and say, yeah, I hate my outfit.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah. I mean, I actually love Rosie. And it's not just because she doesn't want kids, which I was excited to learn because, when you get to be my age, there are fewer and fewer people that you meet that don't want kids. So, and she had this confessional look with like these crystals on her sleeves. Did you see that? You had to have.
Hmm.
That was everything. Like that's like something that we would have loved when we were little, like all the gems.
The gems.
Do you agree that you also like Rosie?
I like them all. Like
Yeah.
I'm just taking it in at this time, you know?
Um, and then let's see. Oh, before we get to the Liz thing, Ashley and Jared had dinner before the party. They had their date night,
They did have a date night.
and it was kind of a mess because what's his face? Jared, her husband, cannot stop talking about the coffee shop.
Gotta get rid of it.
I feel so bad for her because like she said even when he's not there, he's there in his mind.
Hmm.
And he just like wanted this thing that like he could make his own like and it's not working out. I feel bad for both of them, honestly.
Me too.
So, I think they'll make it through though.
I mean, after all of what they've already been through on reality TV, they're probably in it for the long haul, I'd say.
Shit, man. She got her claws into that man. Okay, so back to
Back
Liz.
to the potty. So she and her husband have this friend, Dino, that they're just the three musketeers, the three of them. And the rumors are that the ongoing rumors are that um maybe they're like they've all hooked up or maybe she's just hooked up with Dino. What I was confused about is she keeps saying I was just we could all just go down to the seawall if people could see us they know. And I'm like, is the seawall a literal seawall or is it like a restaurant or a bar?
It was at the party. I think it was like a spot where like they could show everyone like all three of us are standing here together and
Okay. So that's what because I was confused when she kept
I
saying
think
go
it was
down to
like
this seawall.
yeah, at their house,
Okay.
at the party so that everyone at the party would see the three of them together hunky dory.
What are they supposed to do? Just stand there and people look and go, oh, clearly those three, I get it. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
maybe like
understand.
wave, like it's like yeah, like to show that we're all on good terms and no one's having an affair with anyone. I think that was the statement that she thought she would be making.
So who was it that said ongoing to her? Was it Kelsey or
Yeah,
Rosie?
so Kelsey said, I don't think that's a good idea because of the ongoing, and I think she was going to say like rumors,
Yeah,
speculation, talk, but she couldn't finish her sentence.
because Liz just said, oh, the ongoing. And she just keeps screaming ongoing as she goes up the stairs to a place where cameras aren't supposed to be her bedroom or whatever, and all the housewives do their job and follow her.
Ongoing turned from the adjective to the noun. She just
Correct.
took it and was like, the ongoing.
The ongoing, the ongoing.
So I don't know what to make of all that.
Any other I love where we're going with Rhode Island. It's just,
So, so Liz was on Watch What Happens Live
oh,
to talk about this moment. And you know how Andy, like on Watch What Happens Live, they have games like, do you regret it?
yep.
So she said, Andy, I was drunk, and we need a new game called Not My Finest Moment. Oh, I thought that was a great way to handle it because she was very obviously drunk.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure they all kind of were.
Yeah. So I loved it as someone who's been drunk and crazy and
Who
keep it
amongst?
up. Keep up the good work.
Um, we had another episode of Atlanta.
And
Angela had that fan again.
is that the biggest takeaway for you?
I mean, no, like Portia brought her lady friend to Drew's movie premiere, and people were
Way.
people were curious about that. But I really found it refreshing because rumors have been going, like there was this whole thing during the Bolo incident, if you know, you know, about Portia's like lesbianness, and she's just being really open about it now.
She straight up said it was the worst kept secret.
Yeah, because it was.
Yeah, not that she's a lesbian, but she's bisexual.
Yeah.
And she had Sway was with her at Watch What Happens Live.
Oh, really?
But I like the fact that she's like open about that she's just dating. She's like, I'm dating. Like I brought one man last week to the party. This week I'm bringing a woman. Like she's like, call me Christopher Columbus. I'm exploring everything. Like I love that. Like she's just open. And like I feel like some people could take a note, Kyle Richards.
I really liked it too, also.
It's so much easier for her soul and her spirit to just say that I'm dating multiple people. One's a guy, one's a girl. Like if Kyle Richards had done that, no, nothing would have blown up about Morgan Wade. I promise you. It would
No.
have been like, oh, look at her. She's dating a woman now.
So then we had Kelly's chicken and waffle location opening. Now, I've noticed
Ellie,
something about Kelly this week. I fear she's a bit overfilled.
her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
She looks awfully caricature-esque in the face.
But didn't she last year too?
I'm just like really noticing it this year. I don't know if it's the way she had her hair and that's what also when she was at tea with Portia and whoever else was there, I forget. Take the headscarf is a look in a car, like in a convertible, but when you get to where you're going, take the scarf off.
I liked it, but I do agree with you. But she looked like, I don't know, like a Hollywood, little Hollywood. And she's so short too. I think that's why she looks cartoonish when she with the filler.
Yeah, you can't go that overboard if you're that short. You just can't.
Yeah, she doesn't have the body to support such a statement face.
No, but I just the whole time I was distracted because I was like, the scarf needs to come off. That's an outside accessory.
Yeah, like if you're like gallivanting in Europe and shopping and yeah, I see what you mean.
So that bothered me.
So Kelly also says the debt is deading. So hopefully this restaurant, this chicken and waffles restaurant helps her.
I hope it does, and I hope she gets a big paycheck from Bravo. But there's like a fight,
With her and Portia.
but Portia wasn't there. So where did
Portia
they go after
accused
that?
her
Where
of Portia accused Kelly of sleeping with a married man.
yeah, I don't really know where that came from, honestly. It felt kind of random to
They
me.
were trying to like be on good terms, and all of a sudden Portia just came out with that. But at least Portia's finally tried to earn her paycheck because last year she didn't do jack shit. So
I had never heard that rumor, so I don't know where it came from.
I mean they all just like say shit about each other all the time. That's the show.
Um, where were they where they were fighting with the moms interjecting?
That was at the end of the episode at the waffle place.
So Portia wasn't there. Who was fighting with her?
It was Kelly and
Angela?
Shamia.
I think no, I don't think they were fighting with each other.
Shamia's mom was getting involved.
Yeah, so maybe Shamia was fighting with Drew?
Oh yeah, 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 that was it.
Okay.
I can't remember why, but yeah, I don't like it when the moms get involved. I think that's weird.
No, but I did think the whole time, like, wow, Shamia, if you want to know what you're gonna look like when you're older, just there's your mom. They look exactly the same. Also, I thought Shamia looked so good at the waffle party.
She did. She has been looking, and I hate to say that it's just because she's been wearing wigs with the long
She
hair.
looks better with long hair. She just
She
does.
looks better with long hair than short hair. And I think that about most women.
I do too.
And I don't like if the short hair was her natural hair, like that's great. But
We learned more about Pinky.
yeah, Pinky who had her own vegan something business, and then she was in $43 million debt,
So she sold it.
and then she bought it back.
Good for her.
I need the specifics though. Like, how do you climb out of that, man?
I really don't know.
But yeah, good for her. She seems very business focused. I hope that she's willing to get in the muck.
Me too.
She couldn't eat a damn thing at the chicken and waffle place because none of that was vegan.
They couldn't even
Slight
make her a
vegan.
vegan waffle.
I know, you'd think that they would have that, but it's not LA. Like, not they don't encounter as many vegans there.
I almost said what isn't vegan in a waffle, but I know the answer to that.
I should hope that you would figure that out on your own. We also got a lot from K. Michelle, who at one point said she started the episode at the tea when Kelly was being accused of having an affair with a married woman. She's like, "I'm just happy I'm not little Kelly." And I thought that was funny, but then things got crazy. Like we learned she's having fertility problems at 44.
Yeah.
And then
Well, first we got a video from the party the week prior that wasn't on the show of her leaving with her wig fully fallen off.
oh yeah,
And I was like, I need to see more of that.
her wig was hanging off her head as she walked out of the party.
A plus.
A plus.
But then we learned, was it a botched BBL she had?
Yes.
Yeah.
So right before she's going to perform at the American Country Music Award honors, gets off the couch and she says it's just soaked
A
because it was
horror
leaking. Her,
show.
her BBL was leaking.
Can you imagine? I mean, I really appreciate her being so open about exactly what she did, how she feels about it now, and the complications that she's having.
Yeah, I mean, she cried. She said, I did this to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who's like obviously, thought about BBLs because I don't have a butt, like I would never do that
No,
ever.
I would never get a BBL, even if I had all the money in the world.
Because you hear so many bad things, and like this is right here. And the fact that she had to like go on and sing and perform,
Brutal.
man. And yeah, thank you but she's come from reality TV. Like she was on reality TV before this. So this isn't her first rodeo. So we can't be surprised that she's being so open.
No.
But I like having her there. It's something to watch because I'm not getting that much from Atlanta right now.
I have to say, I still have not listened to 1 second of her music.
I don't think that I will be making that journey.
I feel like I should give it a little bit of a listen.
Maybe she'll do like a live performance at the reunion.
Hmm.
Anyway, should we move on to maybe the valet, the valley?
You know what? I actually want to talk about Ladies of London so we don't forget because it just occurred to me and I don't want to forget.
I would never forget that.
Except
Again.
that we did.
I would never forget it again.
I mean, I almost did because I was like, oh, we have the Valley and Beverly Hills left for Bravo and that's it. Wrong.
No, it's on my list. I'm looking right at it. So, especially because we're in Longleat.
God, I want to go to Longleat. Why have I been to London like 5 times and I've never been to Longleat?
I'm dying to go to Longleat.
How far out? Let me see this.
It's 3 hours from London, they said.
That's why I've never been.
We gotta find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Like,
It's 2 hours and 14 minutes, but if you take the train, it's only an hour and 12 minutes.
oh, okay. Why didn't they take the train? I mean, I know why they
They
didn't,
don't
but
have to.
save time.
I would have the train in London is like I've taken the train to and from Brighton to London many times.
I've taken the train to Windsor, darling.
Me too. Well, that one's short.
That was lovely.
The train to Brighton is like an hour plus. But
Okay, so next time you go for work, I'm going to come along and we are going to go to Longleat.
we definitely are going to Longleat.
So
Oh my God.
Longleat, how do you even describe it? It's like a theme park, but not really. It's like,
It's a safari. It's an old English estate that they tacked on a safari park to.
Yeah, so there's animals and there's like a real jungle cruise. It's like the one at Disneyland, but the animals are real.
But it is, well, in Florida, they have a real safari situation.
Okay, well this is better because it's London. And the grounds are just stunning. Like the lush gardens and the green and the grass, but like they went on a perfect weather day. Like we would also
Oh my
have to
God.
sure it was a
I was
perfect
thinking it the
weather.
whole time, like they got the what time of year is this? Because the weather is so amazing.
Oh, it was everything to me. So Emma runs Longley and she says that it's truly like Disneyland and that she like wants it to feel like a dream and like in the same way as Disneyland, like you don't see the work.
Yeah, yeah. I really appreciated that.
And this is like pretty much all Emma's doing.
I feel like if I had unlimited funds, I would also enjoy that kind of like doing that.
But like it's not just about the money. It takes a lot of time and effort and you have to make all the right choices
I just feel like I would like it.
to make a Longley.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it would be really hard. It's really hard to like please to make people want to come, like and upkeep. And I mean, obviously she has a lot of help, but still, she is this is her baby.
It just seems like a fun thing to have done. I don't know.
Very impressive. But I will
But
say Emma did something in this episode that I have never seen anyone on Bravo do before. Ever. She repeated an outfit.
oh, I really like her.
But were you not stunned to see that red? And I remember that dress because A, it was like 2 episodes ago, and B, I loved it. I thought it was so beautiful, that outfit.
It didn't clock to me.
Oh my God, the second I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen a housewife repeat an outfit.
I was too busy, like, all we were doing the whole episode was talking about Mario's outfits. So,
Okay, so also speaking of outfits, Micah's outfit when she was traveling to Longley, she had this like little blue hat atop her head.
mhm.
I actually really thought she looked great.
Her hair looked less horrifying in this episode.
So what did you think of Margot's outfit slash behavior this episode?
I love Margot, I gotta say. I
I
got
do
no
too.
issue with, I'm Team Margot.
Even when she grabbed the tea trays before the tea was served,
Yeah,
I thought that was
she's
kind of rude.
American. She doesn't know.
Yeah, but like you can't just like you have to ask first.
I guess, but I liked it. I like her. What can
I
I
like her too,
say?
and I liked her outfit with the visible panty line VPL.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, it's Alaya, as she said.
Mark Francis also, I'm just like super done with him now because you can't, if you're gonna be on this kind of show, you can't just like walk away when you've been talking shit about somebody and they like want to hash it out.
And Miss A made such a good point. She wears sheer dresses all the fucking time.
Yes, I
Her,
loved it when she said that.
her titties were out. Like you could see all the titties. She was wearing like, I don't know, like a piece of gauze over them in the last episode.
I loved it when she said that.
Because it's just so specific that like he'll just say anything about her.
He just doesn't like her.
And I loved when Margot was just like, come over here, are you scared?
Yeah, clearly he is because he left. So,
And then what did you think about Kimmy taking his side and being like, you're shouting at him from across the table, blah blah blah.
well, Kimmy's been on his side this whole time. So, like,
Kimmy and Margot, or no, Kimmy and Martha gave us a moment that has transcended Ladies of London. It's like the meme of one of Martha going, I love you, but you're a psychotic bitch. And Kimmy going, I know, but I'm not a bad person. I've been
yep,
seeing that everywhere, and I just like want to give them props for that.
so good.
So otherwise, yeah, it was just, a good episode, a lot to look at, and then it ended with a nice fight and Mark Francis can fuck all the way off. I think that you're right, and I think that we don't need him.
I'm always right.
I liked Lottie at one point. She's like, it just doesn't get any better than sipping tea with the Baroness in the orangery and just pretending I'm one of Emma's ladies in waiting. Like even she is like not starstruck, but like kind of in awe of like their surroundings.
They kind of all seemed to be, which I appreciated.
Yeah. Which Kathy Hilton at one point in Italy was like, look at where we are, you guys.
Yeah.
Like when they stop for a minute to do that, and Kathy Hilton is like the one I would least expect that from.
Yeah.
They did it in Salt Lake when they went to Greece. Like, you guys,
They
look,
did.
can you believe where we are? I loved like to see a little bit of that.
Me too.
Especially Lottie, because she seems like so high fashion and like, I don't know, that she can still appreciate that moment.
Yeah.
What I wouldn't give to be in that orangery sipping tea with the Baroness,
I would just,
eating all
I
those
would just,
scones.
ugh, I wanted to be there
Me too. And we will. We'll be there.
one day. I don't think
We
we'll get to have any tea or stay in a cottage there, but
those cottages looked so cute.
we know.
Oh,
I love that they put Mark Francis in a pub.
I know. I want to see more. Like, obviously, it's not still a pub, right? But
Mhm.
like, what does a converted pub look like?
Yeah, let me get eyes on that.
Yeah, I picture it being like very dark and it was very far. It was like 2 miles away from everybody else. So when he walked off, I was like, is he gonna walk 2 miles back to his pub?
I was thinking they must have given him like a golf cart.
Yeah, or something, or even maybe just like a car. There's no way that man's walking.
No.
But keep up the good work, ladies.
Keep it up.
We love you. Elsewhere, let's see, we had Beverly Hills finale, which was like half as dramatic as any Ladies of London episode has been so far. The most dramatic part of that episode was Jennifer Tilly breaking her $40,000 Gucci purse.
So I had a lot of thoughts when that happened.
That
Really, like
stopped everyone in their tracks.
I had questions.
Like what?
Well, for like what also really caught me was when Dorit was like, what'd she say? I'm sick to my stomach.
Hmm.
That's like the most genuine she's ever looked saying something this entire season.
I know. They all were like frozen.
Horrified.
They're frozen.
So I'm assuming Jennifer Tilly spends a lot of money at Gucci in general. They probably know her.
They definitely know her.
So can she just take it there to get repaired?
How are they going to repair it? Are they going to glue it? You're going to see all the little cracks.
Well, then it's like a mosaic,
I
right?
mean,
I don't know.
I think a $40,000 purse breaking to Jennifer Tilly would be like a $400 purse breaking for us. Like, that sucks, but we flush more down the toilet.
She's worth 40 million. So, yeah, you're probably right. That's
That's probably like a $4 purse for
hmm
her.
hmm
Like, but Dorit, who is not worth 40 million, like for her, that's
I wanted to know who knocked it over.
I think it kind of just fell on its own. Sometimes shit just falls.
Yeah.
Like, haven't you ever been in your house, like sitting, just minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you hear a clatter because like something over there fell?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just what it was.
So
Dorit,
Kathy
another book
Hilton,
cover with Phoenix and Jagger. The first time we've seen them all episode, I feel like.
I
Or all
couldn't
season.
care. I couldn't care any less about her book cover party,
Well, what did you think
honestly.
about the book cover? I feel like she could have worn something sexier.
Yeah, but I don't think she wanted to look sexy necessarily like that be the message. I think she wanted to look,
She looked like a businesswoman.
powerful.
Yeah, but the title of the book is Unburdened. Like she should have been wearing something like maybe like holding a piece of cloth blowing in the wind. Like like free, like unburdened, Like maybe on a beach like with the wind blowing like or maybe like
Are
in
you
a
going to be her artistic director now?
or maybe yeah, maybe like oh, okay, this is it. Like in a forest with like pretty little things in her hair, like little sparkles in her hair, kind of giving like fairy vibes, like unburdened, like I'm just like a lady of the trees.
A lady of the tree?
Yeah. Like the late how So Long London, the lyric saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist.
Yep.
Like I'm picturing like that, like fairy lights, like I don't know.
That's clearly not the vibe she was going for.
No, she's going for businesswoman. Like I'm gonna show you how you can like clean up your credit.
Well, Amanda Francis appreciated that. So,
I didn't like it.
anyway, then we have a party from Kathy Hilton
What was that party for?
for Nikki Hilton's Theo Grace jewelry launch.
That's right. That's right. So three ladies didn't go to the book cover launch party.
Erica, Sutton, and Kyle.
So now we're dealing with the fallout of that.
What
And
did you think? What do you think of Erica's like attitude
I
about it
think
all?
Erica decided to just um have an opinion and just stick to it, like without really like I don't think she put m much time or effort into her opinion, but she knew that the season's over, so I need to draw a line, and this is the
Uh-huh.
line I'm gonna choose
I would agree.
because it really came out of nowhere where she's like, I don't care that I didn't call you.
Yeah, the coldness, I'm like, this feels random
I
and
felt
unwarranted.
unwarranted, but she just it's like something activated in her, like I gotta wake up and like be dramatic,
Maybe she was like, we haven't started contract discussions for next season, so I better pick it up a little bit.
and it's too little, too late for me.
Yeah, I'm ready to say goodbye to Erica, I
Me
think.
too. Me too. Um, and then elsewhere, like we didn't really get anywhere. Kyle and Dorit didn't make up. Sutton and Dorit didn't make up.
That's not surprising. I didn't have expectation that we would.
Yeah, I guess making up in the finale is like not something that they would want to do because otherwise, like, what are you gonna like take from the reunion?
Were you surprised that Dorit still went to Alexia's wedding?
No, not at all. I think that that transcends.
Yeah.
Were you?
No, but I thought her Alexia's dress choice was odd a little bit. Like it was short. You
No, it
could see her
wasn't.
shoes the whole time. It was like right above her feet.
The whole
And
time.
yeah,
Well, she's very non-traditional. Like her venue was like in the dirt, in the and grass.
I just thought that the cut of the hem was weird.
Well, hopefully her marriage actually lasts. She'll be the first one in the family.
Yep,
Farrah didn't even make it down the aisle, did she, with her fiance?
she did not.
Farrah is literally the most beautiful human.
It's because Mauricio's not her dad.
But like Kyle, pre-surgery is not. I don't want to be unkind.
Well, I'm sure Farrah's had some work done.
Maybe. Anyway, so
Definitely.
the reunion looked good, I will say.
We'll see.
Can you save a season in a reunion? No, but
You cannot.
at least maybe it'll be worth our time more than the rest of the season was. Otherwise, honestly, this is the type of season that would warrant the show getting put on pause.
Definitely. But they won't. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, after what happened with New York, they can't also sacrifice Beverly Hills.
That's true, like two of their biggest cities. But I will say something I appreciate about Bravo is they know when it's too much of a good thing. Like they stopped Vanderpump Rules right when they were supposed to.
Yeah.
So they stopped New York when New York was made like I I think that it would be big of them to put Beverly Hills on pause, but I think I could see them doing it.
They won't. It
Okay,
doesn't matter. They won't.
I think they might. But maybe now with like Miami on like maybe with so many other things in flux, they put New Jersey on pause for Christ's sake.
That's why I feel like they can't because then it's gonna be like they're putting every single show on pause.
True. That's true. You're right. Fuck. But this one like really needs it.
Just bring Rinna and Denise back.
You are so
Chuck,
right.
Chuck Erica, Chuck Kyle. Let's bring Denise and Rinna back.
They will never film together, those two.
I thought they made up.
Denise and Rinna?
Eh. Oh, they have not truly made up.
No, not truly.
Bring them back. But Denise has expressed openness to reconciliation. Bring them back. Bring
At
them
least bring
back.
Lisa Rinna back.
We can only hope.
Moving on to another show that isn't really giving much of anything.
What?
The Valley.
I'm enjoying it.
The girls had a Y2K night.
Yeah, you didn't think it was hilarious they rolled up to a fully empty bar?
I mean, who amongst?
Yeah.
Remember when we went to Jax's and it was fully empty?
I don't know that it ever wasn't fully
That's
empty
true. That's true.
in Texas.
Yeah, that was like kind of funny for like a second.
Oh,
I don't know why Jasmine was like freaking Jasmine was catching strays from Lala. No, the other way around.
Yeah, but I thought Michelle was crazy to hear it and walk right over to Lala and be like, guess what I just heard 5 seconds ago?
And she didn't even translate it correctly. It's a game of telephone at its best.
Yeah.
But then they showed Jasmine and Lala having lunch like 4 days earlier. Jasmine's exact words were, I don't think Lala and I would be friends if it weren't for the show.
Yeah, and then that confused me. I'm not sure where she was going with that.
And then Michelle told Lala that Jasmine didn't think she was genuine, which is like not what she said at all. But either way, they had lunch 4 days ago, so I don't know like why Jasmine was going there, but
Maybe like, sometimes you like get drunk and you say things you don't like mean it. You're just like,
yeah, especially when you're on camera and you're trying to perform.
yeah.
So in the morning, Luke made Kristen the most beautiful stack of flapjacks I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Fluffy perfection, like that was like out of like a TV, like a shoot, like a cooking show shoot.
It made me really want pancakes. I
What did
haven't
you
had
think?
pancakes since the second trimester of my pregnancy.
Shit, I just had pancakes yesterday.
It's because my husband doesn't like them. So like if I make them, I have to eat all of them.
What the fuck? What a psychopath.
I take it back. I did have pancakes. I had carb-free pancakes.
Why doesn't your husband like pancakes? They're the most inoffensive food of all times.
Because you know how he is. Empty carbs.
So they taste good. They're bites, they're clouds.
He'd rather have like eggs and bacon and
Oh,
hash browns.
boring. I mean, yeah, it's not the healthiest choice, but it's delicious.
He's not a sweets guy.
Mm,
And pancakes, I feel like, are for dessert lovers for breakfast.
that's true. Anyway, we also meet Brittany's new man, who respectfully needs to shut the fuck up.
He really does. But we
He,
know now they're no longer together anyway. So like I
yeah,
don't
because
get
he's
mad.
awful. He's the most punchable human I've ever seen in my entire life.
She should have learned.
So they all make the trek to Santa Clarita, and Brittany was taking shots before they left, like pre-gaming, and I'm like, dude, like these shots are gonna be dead ass sober by the time you arrive to Santa Clarita.
Bring alcohol in the bus.
Yeah, like don't even waste your time with shots right now because I wish that they had done like a timestamp like they do on a lot of these
Yeah.
shows of like
Yeah.
what time they started and what time they got there.
Honestly, though, from the stew to Santa Clarita is only like 45 minutes if there isn't traffic.
Yeah, but there's probably traffic.
Who knows? One time, my husband went to play hockey in Santa Clarita in an evening, and it did not take him long at all to get there and back.
Yeah, well, Danny has famously said it's like 27 minutes without traffic, but the thing is there's always traffic.
Unless you go at nighttime.
Yeah, which they didn't. So,
The party
anyway,
looked fine.
yeah, it looked fine for being in Santa Clarita, other than Brittany's man being like a meddling meddler.
The other thing about their house is like it's just boring. There's no character to that house. It's like they live in a development where every house is like the same blueprint.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Blech.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Also, Nia was talking about how she's exclusively breastfeeding and that kid won't take a bottle. And I just was like, God, that sounds like hell.
Thank
That
God
sounds
your
like
kid drinks
hell.
the bottle.
Thank God.
She had to bring the
Also, he didn't
kid.
have a choice.
She had to bring the child from Santa Clarita to Hollywood and
Yeah,
leave the
the
kid on a
kid stayed in the
bus.
party bus with her mom.
Where did they even park that bus that was on Hollywood Boulevard, that
I
bar.
don't know. Also, I'm wondering if you've ever been to this Y2K bar.
No, I didn't even know it existed, but it's literally like in the tourist
Ew.
central. And so I was like, if I didn't want to go up, because at first I was like, a Y2K bar? Awesome, what
Awesome.
the fuck? But then I saw how empty it was. And then I looked up the location and I was like, this is like right there. And Hollywood Boulevard is like not it. It's very icky.
No, no,
So
no,
I mean, maybe I would give it a shot, but like,
probably not.
yeah. Anyway,
That's kind of it for the Valley.
yeah, pick it up. I need more.
So well, just quickly, like Summer House had a crazy episode this week. Just Amanda saying a lot of things that we now feel like in hindsight, knowing what we know now, are like very hypocritical. And
Like what?
I can't really quote it verbatim, but like
Oh
she had
shit.
She basically saying like feels like she's a girl's girl and feels icky not being taken that way or whatever. Like it just, yeah. Um,
Wow.
so that's super fun. And there's a video of her and West at the Yankees game kissing, and a lot of lip readers trying to see what she said at one point. It either was act like you like me or I get it, you hate me. Those are like the two main theories floating around. But I'm just really looking forward to the reunion.
This is literally going to be just like Tom Sandoval, like blow up
I
your
know.
life for a girl that you're not going to ever talk to again.
The reunion, I don't think anybody's ever been like the Bravo universe has never been more excited for a reunion, maybe since Scandal. So
Yeah, definitely. Scandal, I still think was like the ultimate, but I feel like
this
I should
one's
watch
like
this
bigger to
one.
me, I feel, because West is always a little bitch when he gets called out about shit. So like I can't wait to see how he handles this.
I think I'm gonna have to watch.
Yeah, I think you are too. Anyway, and then Southern Hospitality is also really good so far. There's a lot of stuff with Maddie, who is sober, dealing with her boyfriend Joe, who's drinking a lot. And I think, probably a lot of people can relate to like that dynamic happening. So
This is Joe
that's a really
Bradley.
good show. Hmm?
This is Joe Bradley.
Yeah.
So do you think they're gonna break up?
I mean, probably eventually. Probably not this season, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with Bravo so far. I'm just glad Beverly Hills is over. Bye.
I have a
So
question. What do we think? What is James doing these days?
laying low, ideally, because he didn't look so great the last time he was around.
I know, but I can't help but miss him.
You need to not say that into a microphone.
Why?
Anyway,
Why am I always like rooting for the toxic men? Give me
that's
Jax, give me James.
you need to look inward at that
That
and
is
do some
not
self-work.
good.
That's something you can discuss with your therapist.
Thank God no one listens to this.
So 90 Day. Looks like we are getting one more episode before the
Thank
tell-alls.
God.
I know.
I treasure every minute.
I know. Where do you
I haven't said that about a 90-day franchise in so
I
long.
can't even remember when. Who do you want to start with?
I think we should start with Elise because it was just like so dramatic.
Why does this bitch not know that you can wear more layers of clothing or clothing that covers more of your body?
Yeah, that is weird. Like, why?
So whatever they
First,
did,
first she said that she had sex on a plane while her ex was flying it.
which isn't like that crazy because autopilot exists. Like I don't think that pilots who fly airplanes are constantly doing
But I
something.
pictured it being like a small plane. Like, what position were they in?
And she probably just
On
straddled him,
top
I
of
guess.
him?
Yeah.
And that, like, picturing it, like, it's kind of like a car. Like, and she's 5'11".
It's probably not for the comfort of it all, but just to say you did it.
I know, but how did she fit her whole torso without her head hitting the ceiling?
He probably left. They probably went to a different part of again, autopilot.
I would be scared shitless.
I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't either. Which I didn't know she was 5'11". That was crazy to me.
So they go abe sailing or what? It's really just rappelling down a waterfall.
But there was more to it. They were like
They had
having
to hike up to where they were gonna they had to hike up to the waterfall.
and
And
the
like along the
hiking.
way, they had to swim through parts of water to get there.
Yeah, like the hike had like parts in the rock formations, like pools of water they had to jump in and swim through.
Yeah. So would you do this?
So they had me until at one point she had to like cannonball over a rock to keep going. Like there was like a big rock formation sticking out and she had to like jump over it into a pool. Like it seemed really dangerous and the water seemed really cold. So no. Would you?
They also had me until she said how cold the water was.
Yeah.
So I think, because like my first thought was you're wearing a wetsuit, you don't feel how cold it is, but I've never actually worn a wetsuit, so maybe you do. My thought is because it must be their winter because the wind is whipping. She's always talking about how cold it is. I would do it if the weather was really warm. No questions asked. Like it looked really fun to me.
Wouldn't you be worried about like the slipping and the falling on the rocks? Like that's all. I just don't want to hit a rock and like crack my head open.
I think you can go slow and wear like they might have proper shoes or like
They must have had proper shoes.
so like and like it didn't look like there was any cave sections, which is my big no-no is I don't go in caves or underpasses that you have to go underwater in a rock formation to get there. Nothing I can't get out of. Like
That's
that's
fair. Remember
not for
those
me.
children in Thailand?
Like what? Yeah, the children in Thailand. Yeah, I don't do caves.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have slight
And you're not
I'm
scared of heights,
really
so you would
claustrophobic.
easily rappel down a waterfall. You would like that.
So she basically is having a panic attack as she's repelling. She gets through several of these pools and starts sobbing about how she can't continue, but unfortunately for her, there is no way out but through.
And the panic attack is being captured on a GoPro. So you're getting like a Blair Witch angle of her panic attack. It's like eyes, close up.
Which is funny to me because I've listened to several other podcasts about this that have been like, why did they wear those awful, why did they use that awful GoPro imagery? Why did they use that? I'm like, they had to, that's how you can film this. It's not like they're going to take the film crew.
No, the film crew isn't rappelling down next to her. Like
Yeah, like you
they
had to
showed
use the
shots.
GoPro.
They showed shots from far away. Like at one point in the middle of the rappelling, she just
Mhm.
stopped and just like hung there like a limp doll and was like,
She did not repel. They just lowered her down on a rope.
in that case, couldn't they lower her faster? Because she literally was like, I have like that cry was insane. It was a wail. She was wailing. I want to go home.
It was,
Help me, somebody! Help me!
I don't know that I've ever like felt that way.
Me neither. Like the desperation. Like, and there was nothing she could do. I
Do you
was
think
like,
she was overreacting or do you think she like genuinely worked herself into a
I mean, she
frenzy?
was definitely having a panic attack. And when you're having a panic attack, it can manifest symptoms physically. So I think that she was really genuinely feeling what she was feeling.
And meanwhile, Josh couldn't care less
Oh my God,
until
he's like, that was fun. Oh, is she crying? Did she go yet?
yeah, he noticed everybody around her like freaking out and helping her, and he was like, "Oh shit, I better like check on her."
I just felt like they were lowering her down so slowly. Like
And
this
I
woman
think that's
is,
how they have to.
she was crying like, like literally, I imagine that's what women sound like when they're giving birth.
That is what I sounded like when I was giving birth,
He's like,
actually.
somebody help me. Like, I want to go home. Like, in the middle of this fucking waterfall. Like, the desperation was hard to watch at times.
And honestly, I didn't feel bad for her because she didn't look into what this was for 1 second before she booked it. So,
Yeah, that's crazy. I just, like, I don't think I could do it.
but then as they're leaving, he says he's falling in love with her after basically saying he wanted to break up with her a day ago. And also, she can't meet his kid because, of course, not. It's all very confusing. I don't understand what this dude is going for here, you know?
Yeah, me neither. And
Like,
also,
I don't,
the kid, she was going to meet the kid on FaceTime. What came up that you can't meet a kid on FaceTime?
my guess is the mom was like, that's not happening.
Well, couldn't they do it off camera? Was it like on camera or nothing?
I bet the mom doesn't want the kid to meet Elise at all
Well,
because
how old is this kid? Is this an impressionable kid? Like,
it doesn't really matter. Like they don't this is the first time they've ever met in person. The mom can't probably isn't taking this seriously, and
yeah.
she shouldn't.
Like, it really kind of feels like they just were like kind of talking and then they like got the opportunity to be on this show. And
100%.
so it's actually surprising how well they've been getting along considering
I don't know that I'd say that that's happening.
he's falling in love with her.
He's not. And to her credit, she didn't say it back, which I was like, wow, good for you.
I love her. I'm an Elise apologist.
You should go back and watch her season of Hunt for Love.
But she owned that she was like a little slower
Yeah, that's why you should watch it.
because I would like her more.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly touching on eyelashes, not washing her hair, and
Dig the artist.
Stig to artist. So she's getting ready to leave, and he reveals out of nowhere that he would like to live in America now.
That was a
And
bombshell.
she's like, what?
Oh my God. And so they flash back to like 17 instances of her talking about how she would move to Belize.
Yeah.
And him saying, "You would really move here?" And then all of a sudden he's like, "What? No, I'm going to America."
And I love how he's like saying everything that is in Houston. She lives in Arizona. And the producer's like, what else is in Houston? He's like, oh, my ex is there.
As soon as she got on that plane, it's as if like the cameras yelled cut and he could finally break character.
Yeah.
Like he has been playing a character this entire time.
And obviously, judging by the scenes we get, they break up.
He does not give a shit about her.
Thank God she didn't get pregnant.
But
Can
you
you
know what?
imagine?
I think he did a pretty good performance.
He literally had sex with her without a condom. He he risked a
No,
pregnancy.
well, I think that he was trying to trap her with the baby the same way she was trying to trap him. But for him, it meant
Interesting.
a ticket to America.
Interesting.
Like
Interesting theory.
I have a baby with her. She's gonna want to take me to America if that's what I want.
Hmm.
It's funny though. She's like, I guess we could live in Arizona if that's what you want.
She's so dumb. There's just nothing going on
Well, I
upstairs.
feel dumb. Like I feel tricked personally.
I don't.
Like he literally proposed to her.
I love it. Well, yeah, he proposed to a woman in a denim bucket hat. Like, there's no way any of that was serious.
I liked the denim bucket hat, and sh they were just like out. She was protecting herself from the sun while they looked at ancient ruins.
It's not the bucket hat. It's that it's a denim bucket hat
I liked it.
with a denim jumpsuit.
I liked all of it, and I just let I thought that he was like a pretty good actor. I was impressed.
Do you think she'll wash her hair for the tell-all?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Or they'll give her enough dry shampoo to make it seem like she did.
Did we have Lisa and Daniel this episode? I feel like we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Who
We
we
had a
had
little bit of Jovan and Annalyn.
which he pouted his way through his vow renewal.
They had their vow renewal, and you know what? I decided I don't feel sorry for her. She married a man she'd never met, and you get what you get when you make a crazy decision like that.
He did produce the ring that he couldn't buy last week, though.
The $200 ring, big whoop.
Yeah. Oh my God, what else did I really enjoy? Oh yeah, Forrest and Sheena, Molly is a monster. She's a monster. The way she mocks them while they're trying to talk to her. The thing that I hate the most is like every point she's bringing up is valid,
I
but
was gonna say the same thing. I don't blame her for any of it.
her delivery is so horrific though. Like it's so disrespectful and rude and mean.
I
And
think
I
she,
do think she's an enabler of her kid.
I also think she's getting to like to a point of desperation.
Do you?
Yeah, like I can't like she's like he's really gonna leave if I
Well, I
don't.
don't think she's actually helping him at all. Like, if she was trying to be helpful, she would have given him this information that most people know 7 years ago.
Well, I was shocked to find out that Sheena, as a veterinarian, only makes 500 US dollars a month.
Do you think she's maybe like a vet tech?
Maybe?
That
Because
would
that would
seem,
be crazy.
yeah.
So he is not gonna live there with her in the Philippines
He's going to try to go back to the US and get a job. This is going to take them
in
several
more
years.
years. And Sheena knows that, and she's like, this is the end of our story.
She wants to have kids. She's 40.
Yeah, she can't wait till she's 45.
No.
Like him living there, and she knows that if he leaves, like he's probably gonna be gone forever.
Hmm.
Hence the sobbing.
Who else did we have?
We had Laura and Beer Can. He
Yeah.
wanted her to see what it would be like without
Oh,
him
yeah.
because her pride doesn't cuddle her in the nights. That's why he made her stay at a hotel.
He didn't even bring it up. She was just like, what if I gave up my friendship with Michael?
That's what he wanted her to do. He was
I know.
testing.
And then he's like, I like Michael. Michael's a good guy.
It was all a test. Like
I
just
love him.
knowing
Oh,
that.
you know what? Actually, though, we can't love him.
Why?
He has since been on the internet saying the N-word.
Beer
Yeah.
Can, how could you?
Yeah,
I'm devastated.
I know. We can't love him anymore.
Fuck. Fuck.
There's never going to be a star who's just enjoyable, you know?
Yeah, there are. Their names are Ronald and Anthony from Jury Duties.
That's true.
If they ever have video of them saying the N-word, I will jump off a parking structure.
I'll be right there with you.
'Cause humanity is literally just,
Done for.
yeah, there's no point.
So,
Last but not least, Rick and Trish. I have to say something.
what?
I see Rick's side.
What do you mean?
Okay, so the issue here is that like Trisha caught Rick telling his ex-girlfriend like I'll always treasure our time together.
Uh-huh.
And Trisha says, no, like if you love me, you need to cut it off. Like you need to just like tell her to block her, never think of her again.
Correct.
So I think like if you ever have real feelings for somebody, like how can you just like take that love like just like crumple it up and throw it away? Like it devalues everything you had together. Like what they had was real. Like how can he treat her so callously when like he obviously really loved this woman?
You've lost your mind.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
She
Because,
just wanted him to acknowledge that what they had was real. Crucial evidence she didn't imagine the whole thing.
dude, he literally cheated on her with this Colombian chick. And also, let's not forget how hypocritical he is when she mentioned a restaurant she went to once with her ex. He lost his mind.
Okay, that's true. I don't say I like him. I'm not a fan of him. I think that Trisha can do better.
He went
But
all the way to her family's house, was convincing them he would potentially have kids with her. Meanwhile, he was texting these things to his ex. He can say, "Listen, you meant a lot to me, but I'm seeing this new girl now and we're serious and I need to cut it off." That's not what he said.
he just said I'll always treasure the times we spent together.
He
And he
needed to
will.
handle it. It's not appropriate. He needed to say, "I'm with someone else now. So this is our last correspondence."
But like if you care about somebody enough, like
If
why
he
does
wasn't if he was a normal person, sure, she wouldn't make him cut that girl off, but he shouldn't have been texting her back in that way. It's inappropriate. Also, two, it's because he's such a fucking hypocrite.
yeah, the hypocrisy, I understand. But I'm just saying like I would like if I like if you're in love with someone that much and like it's a good relationship, like it'd be nice to know that like the
Then don't
person,
break up.
well, they couldn't make it work. Like he said, like we just couldn't make it work. And I don't remember why, it doesn't matter, but like he was clearly pained even talking about it. Like
He's
he really loved this girl and
Then
she
he
really
needs
loved
to
him.
shut the fuck up about Trish and her ex. You've lost it. There is no universe where we should have sympathy for this horrible, horrible man.
I do think he needs to shut the fuck up about Trish and her ex. I think he's a hypocrite. I do. But I do see why he wouldn't want to just block this woman that he shared this real big love with.
He should not
And
have been texting her back these things. It was more than just, I'll treasure the time we had together. Also, because he cheated on Trish with her.
that's true.
Sorry.
But
Block
like
her.
love is
Because
messy.
if you don't block her, you could cheat on me again with her. And these texts could easily escalate to something inappropriate, which it already is. Block her. No, not on his side. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Love is messy and complicated. He loves them
No,
both. It makes you do crazy things.
no. Then he's not ready to be with Trish.
Okay. Okay. I see your points. I see your points. Okay? I see your points. They're all valid. How could I say that they're not?
You've lost it.
He I just see a little bit in there that I'm
No.
like overall I hate him. Overall I agree with you. Hypocrite, he's the worst. Fuck him. But there's just like a sliver in there that I'm like, "Oh, I understand." Like,
He's a cheater.
well, Trish never should have taken him back after that anyway, okay? Like she forgave him for that. Like that was her first mistake.
What do you think the next episode is where she's got a gift bag in the airport? I hope it's a bag of shit.
Dude, I don't know. It's in a gift bag. I don't know, but she went through all the trouble to meet him at the airport. I think she's gonna take him back.
I will. I'll never look at her the same way if she takes him
But
back.
did you see his face when he saw her? Like, I don't think he's a good enough actor to like fake those tears. Do you?
He probably does want her to take him back because he's a narcissist and it's all about him. And he'll be very relieved if he gets what he wants.
Fuck, you're right. He wants it all. He wants to have his cake and eat it too.
I hate him. And I can't believe you said what you said.
I said I see a little bit of understanding. I'm a little bit on his side for one fucking thing. Everything else I'm not. 99% of me hates him. 1% of me was like, oh, I can see how you would feel that way.
No.
Because I'm able to step into other people's shoes.
You can feel whatever the hell you want, but
I'm sorry that I'm an empath like Kristen Doty. I'm sorry. I can't control my empathy.
Sure. Anyway.
Are we done here?
We're done. Are you going to rot the rest of the day?
We can agree to disagree. Can I recommend a few shows?
Yeah.
So we started watching DTF St. Louis.
I've never heard of that.
On HBO Max. It has Linda Cardellini, David Harbour, and Jason Bateman, your man.
Oh.
In a role like I've never seen him before. Very interesting character he plays. I can't really figure out, like, it's a very odd show, but a lot of people are watching it. So, I mean, I would like you to watch it so we can talk about it.
Okay.
Try to make sense of it. And then the other show I'm watching that I just started, one episode was season 2 of Beef on Netflix.
Oh,
now,
I didn't finish season 1.
I didn't finish season 1 either. It did not hold me. But this is a whole new story, all new characters.
Oh.
So it's a fresh start. It's a fresh slate.
Oh.
So I watched the first episode and I liked it. Oscar Isaac, Carey Mulligan, Charles Melton from Riverdale, and Kaylee Spaney, who was in the Elvis movie. She played Lisa Marie Presley, and she was in a Knives Out film, and she was in Mayor of Easttown.
I didn't know that it was a new story with a new cast.
Mm-hmm. It is.
That changes everything.
Yeah, I like I said, I've only watched one episode, but the one episode I watched, I'm in.
I've watched a handful of episodes of The Miniature Wife.
Oh, I've been dying to ask you about that. What is your review?
So far, I'm into it.
Even though the plot is just like straight up ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like really hard to get on board with that.
Well, that sounds like a you problem. Some of us are whimsical.
That's true. It does seem like a very whimsical program. What about the Burbs? Did you pick that back up? I don't think I'll be continuing that journey.
I'll get around to it. It's just that now the baby is awake more during the day, so I have less time. So like all of the time I do have is dedicated to our shows that we watch on an ongoing basis. But if I have time, I'll go back to the Burbs.
Dang, I missed the version of you that just had nothing but time and you could like watch things and tell me if it was worth it or not.
It only lasts for like the first 8 weeks of a baby's life. 7 weeks maybe.
We should have treasured it more while we had it. I have a friend who watched the drama, even knowing the spoiler ahead of time, and said that it's probably worth watching, but like not in the theater. But she said, I want you to watch it so we can talk about it. Like it's something worth talking about.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it when it comes out.
I think I will. And then you asked me if I'm going to RHOA this weekend. Well, my weekend is like almost over, bro. It's like more than halfway done.
For the rest of the day?
Yeah, I think I am. I actually already told my boyfriend, like, I'm not going to go to the gym with you today because, like, I don't feel like it because I want to rot. And I'm going to go to Sephora for the Sephora sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to play pickleball. What about you?
Fun. Well, the kiddo needs to get up in 30 minutes, so I'll do some more baby play time. And then that's pretty much it.
Anyway.
Enjoy pickleball.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for rotting with us.
Thanks for riding. This was a long one, but hopefully you enjoyed it.
Why was this one so long? I feel like we didn't even have that much to say. And yet,
alas, we did. Thanks for riding with us, everyone.
Thanks for riding with us.